Hi, each of us have been told at some point in our lives that we need a mentor. But the problem is that a lot of us don't really understand what a mentor's job is. We select a mentor because they're popular. We select them because they have arrived where we're trying to go. Not necessarily those are the best mentors, okay? Especially for us who are choir directors, we see the fame and that's what we have tried to achieve. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 things that mentors do. So when you decide to select a mentor, make sure that they are available to do these 5 things for you and that you don't just get swept up in the wash. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me on today. This is your girl, Angela Elaine. So good to be here. So glad to be alive. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. All of you new ones that have subscribed, thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for your comments. Letting me know that the sound is A1 okay, because we all know if you can't hear the choir, it's no good. But before we get into those 5 things that you need to consider, please like and share this video. Get the word out to other choir directors who may be struggling a little bit in their process, that they can get some information so they know what to do. A lot of times we cannot do an effective job because we don't necessarily know what to do. I am here to share with you what I've learned over this process of time we call life, sharing it with you so that you can get a jump ahead. Why reinvent the wheel when somebody has already done it? I'm riding on rubber, about to go into the air. You can start where I left off or where I am now and then grow continuously. There are 5 things that I want to share with you that I learned that mentors should do, and which I'm doing to those who are coming behind me. And you need to have a mentor. I don't know why people try to make it through this life and do everything on your own. That's kind of a lonely, trialsome life. If you try to experience everything on your own, you try to do everything on your own, and you can benefit from others who have already traveled that road. You know, I heard this saying, my parents used to tell me, say, been there can tell going there how to get there. Well, guess what? I'm on both sides of the fence. I've been there and I'm trying to show you that are going there. And then there are people ahead of me now. Yes, I have not relieved myself of any mentorship. I don't care how successful I am. They have already been where I'm trying to go, and I benefit from their wisdom. It's pay it forward. We've heard that timelessly, as many times as I can imagine, we have heard to pay it forward. And all of us are required to share our knowledge. You can only grow. You have to empty out in order to receive. And I've learned that concept even in my giving. I learned to give. And when I give, I open my hands to receive more from God or through whatever mechanism that He has for me. That is, of course, sorry, the legal side of me is coming out. That's legal. Okay, that's legal. We're not promoting anything that's not legal and godly. Number 1, you need a mentor because mentorship promotes growth, right? We're very subjective in our dealings with ourselves. You know, if someone, I mentioned that in the show maybe about 2-3 weeks ago, if I tell you to write down all of the positive things about yourself, you can write that down in about 20 minutes. You might have 100 items on there. But if I tell you to write down things where you need to grow, it'll take you a minute. You know what? And that's why you need mentors. Mentors see you from an objective perspective, right? They're not looking at you like, oh, you my boo, you my homie, you my this. No, I'm looking at you as you are my boo or my homie, and I want you to be successful. So you need to implement these things in order to grow and be expandable in your growth. You know, you don't want to grow this way. You want to grow up. You want to be well-rounded in your growth. And that's what mentorship does. They point out to you things that you can improve on. Not necessarily bad. A lot of times we don't want mentors because we look at growth as a negative thing. I shared that with someone not too long ago. Growth is not negative. Correction is not negative. Society has made us think that if anybody says anything to you that is not what you want to do, then they're being condemning, they're being mean, they're trying to stifle you, they're your hater. That's not necessarily true. You need discernment of spirit. That's what you need. And then you will know that the person is not trying to destroy you, but they see something that you're doing that's going to hamper you from becoming that person that you want to be, or who God needs you to be in order to be someone that He can use in a particular venue down the road. We all have to look, it's kind of hard to look within yourself. So that's why you got a mentor who can see those things, help you set goals, achievable goals. Sometimes we set our goals so high and then we get frustrated when we don't reach them. A mentor is there to help you set reasonable goals over a period of time because they themselves have learned that if you set all of these high goals, you're gonna become overwhelmed and you may not reach them. They help and guide you how to say, find out what you want to do. Mentors do that. In order to inspire growth, I need to know what you desire to do, what you desire to be. Most of us set limitations on ourselves anyway. Your mentor sees beyond your limitations. They actually they sit there and tell you, why are you like this? Why don't you push further? They see the potential that you have. So that's one of the reasons mentorship supports growth. Number 2, mentors are a source of knowledge. Kind of what I'm doing with you. I'm sharing with you things that I've learned. I learn from other people as well. I watch other shows and I learn from them things that I can do better. Your mentor should be a source of knowledge, someone that's accessible. Sometimes we try to get these mentors that are superstars. Everybody wants to, so you can brag and say, my mentor is a Grammy nominated. My mentor is this. My mentor is a Dove Award. My mentor. But a lot of times the best mentors are not those that are out there in the light because they're not going to mentor you the way somebody that's down that is not in those lights. My best mentors are not, all of my mentors really. I have a couple who are in the light. But to me, they're unsung heroes. They really should be pronounced to me because there is so much knowledge and wisdom and understanding in them. But because they don't have the little statues behind them or whatever behind their names, they're real doctors in music. But because they don't have that status, a lot of people may not look to them and come to them for information. You can't write off anybody. I don't care how they look or whatever they do. You'd be surprised. There are so many people who have come in contact. And, a lot of people who are mentors don't have to be in the limelight. They're very confident within themselves. They don't have to have all of that. They're comfortable. And you talk to them and you sit there like, wow, they know so much that I can benefit from. That's the person that you need to be in your life, a person that is well-rounded in knowledge. They understand that me developing other people and sharing my knowledge with others, that means more to God than me having this big status and absorbing everything myself. You need somebody who is well-rounded and has knowledge and who has a spirit of learning, because whoever you are around, that's who you become. If you're around a person who has a spirit of learning the truth, you will be a person of truth. So you want to surround yourself with people of knowledge that can help you and encourage you along the way. Another reason you need a mentor is for accountability, which is something that the world is trying to pull us away from. Nobody wants to be accountable to anyone. I want to do my own thing. Well, you know what? Everybody can't run around and do their own thing. Nobody wants to work for anybody. I work for myself. There's nothing wrong with it. But even in you working for yourself, you need to be accountable to somebody besides the government, right? Even if you are working for yourself, you still need somebody to be accountable to. Because, when we get to the point where we don't have to be accountable to our anyone, we become self-destructive. Young people do that all the time. I can't wait till I get 18, 19 years old. And, 20, 21. That's the legal age. And then I can do whatever I want to do. And I used to tell the young people that I taught in Sunday school and even in the youth department, I'm like, look, 21 is just a number. All that means is that you're old enough to get yourself in trouble and stand accountable for it. All right. You can't wipe the slate clean again. When you're under 21, they can seal it up in the juvie records, which once they seal it, then you make everybody nervous anyway when they got to seal your juvie record. Okay. But when you're 21, all that means is you're old enough to be held accountable for everything that you do. And a lot of times people think, I can do whatever I want to do. And you shipwreck because you don't have enough understanding. At 21 years old, you don't have enough understanding about life. You just barely got out of high school and you might be in college and you might be getting ready to graduate from college or trade school. But you need someone that you can be accountable to, a truthful person, an ethical person that you can be accountable to, that if you start veering off on that tangent that's wrong, they'll be like, hey, yo, what you doing? Come, let me talk to you for a minute. and show you. That's what we try to do to young people when they try to get in that wrong crowd, the cool crowd. And I tell my niece all of the time, all these people that you see in grammar school, once you get out of there, you won't see them anymore. All these people that you're going to go to high school with, once high school is over with, you're done. All these people you go to college with, most of them, 99% of those people, you're done. Even when you change jobs, you leave one job and go to another. The people that you associated with at that job, you won't hardly see them anymore. Don't get so wrapped up in the cool and the clique. You need somebody that you can be accountable to that will help you make the right decisions in life. And that's what a mentor does. Whether it's in the choir, whether it's in life or on your job, you need somebody that is truthful and honest and ethical that you can be accountable to, that will always point you in the right direction. Another reason you need a mentor, this is number 4, you need encouragement. In life, everybody needs encouragement. Sometime in my case, with the departure of my parents at the same time, and because I'm talking to you or I'm talking to other people or I'm still going on in life, they figure, oh, she's strong. She doesn't need encouragement. Oh, yes, I do. I need encouragement. We all need encouragement to keep traveling on this road called life. That's what mentors do. When you have a bad day or a situation can go haywire, you need that mentor to come to you. Even if their encouragement comes in form of a correction, you need to accept that. They're not trying to kill me. They're trying to help me. I remember one incident in which I had the choir and we had went out to sing and we were the guests at this church. And, we have been going around the circuit, singing a cappella. Everybody started calling on us to come and just sing a cappella because I was a competition, and I still am a competition director that will never leave. I believe that the first notes that come out of your mouth should be right. Period. End of story. No, we're not going to traverse up to the right note. When the first note come out of your mouth, you need to hit that note, and we're running. And so I trained the choir. My mother was my bass. She was a cappella choir directress as well. So I built on her, and I had my own arrangements and everything. But I remember one time we went out to sing, and I gave the pitches as I normally do, and that choir flopped. I mean, I gave 3 notes, and I heard 6. And every time I tried to restart, it got worse. And of course, for whatever reason, I don't know what went wrong, but some of the choir members, they sang out of tune on purpose. To kind of get back at me. Well, at that time, I was hysterical, embarrassed. I felt like tearing up the floor of the church and going underground, going out the back door. And that really affected me. But my mentor saw the incident and let me scream, holler, cry, fall out, whatever. But they came back and they encouraged me. Some of the encouragement was corrective. There was always a better way to handle something. And then some of it was just support to let me know. They were smart enough to support me first. Understand my pain, understand that they understood my pain. But then at the same time to let me know this is not the end of the world. You're not the first. You won't be the last. Okay? You just have to, it happens. It happened and it happens, and you just have to deal with it. And they encouraged me. And you know what? After that point, there's always this thing where it happens one time, and after that, it doesn't even bother you. Now, I've had multiple flops after that. Don't mean that I like it. And I let the choir know that I don't like it. But it didn't change my joy. It didn't change my determination to produce and to work and to produce and to work with an award-winning choir. And even though I didn't have that many choir members, they did win the awards. They were an award-winning choir because you don't need a whole lot of voices to sound good. But my main thing is that my mentor encouraged me and let me know that I was doing a phenomenal job with a group of people who were not professional singers. These are people that just walked in off the street in a church and they wanted to join the choir, and I just grabbed them and put them in there, and I trained them for a number of years to get to the point where they can sing on a competitive level. That was a feat. But then that my mentor encouraged me and reminded me of what I was doing and how effective it was to kind of get me back on that right track. So all of us need encouragement. You need a mentor, a truthful, ethical mentor that will do that for you, encourage you and let you know it's not the end of the world. All choir directors have gone through this. Anybody that is a leader has experienced this, and you grow from that occurrence. Finally, number 5. Yes, number 5, mentors provide an avenue of network. Okay. A lot of the people that I have met in my musical career has been because of the mentors, the people that I knew. You know, they introduced me to other people or they invited me to sing at their concerts or whatever. And then someone else sees me and they introduce me to them and I form a network. Right now, I still work with that same network of other choir directors and ministers of music. And we share knowledge and we help one another. We encourage one another. We visit each other's programs. We do all of those different things. They set up a network because you know, a real mentor understands you may not learn everything from me. And I understand that even what I'm sharing with you. You're not going to learn everything from me because a lot of stuff I know, I probably forgot. It's innate. And I don't necessarily may share it with you because I'm not thinking about it. Right. But when you have a question or somebody or I see a commercial or something comes up and then it kind of brings that back to my mind. I'm like, oh, that's something I need to share. Right. So a real mentor understands that you're not going to learn everything from me. So they create a network of people that they trust and know that if you go to them, I'm not looking at it as you don't like me. It's just that that person may have had an answer at that particular time. I realize that my sharing with you all, if you like me, that's never going to change. And no matter who else you learn or know about, I still have a place in your heart as one of the people who shares knowledge with you of what I've learned. So I don't have that type of syndrome going on because, you know, even if I have a mentee that goes and becomes a mentee of somebody else, guess what? Another person comes in and replaces. And then that information that I give may have to be restructured or rehashed based upon their past experiences. But overall, I'm here to help network and pull people together and make sure that we all do the best job that we can be for the Lord. That is my final tip about what you should look for when you are searching for a mentor. And that mentor that you need is probably sitting right under your nose. I'm your virtual mentor, and I'm proud to be it. And I love each and every one of you. But there just may be somebody sitting there that can give you valuable in-house information that'll help you grow exponentially. And then you got me in your ear talking, and then you learn from other people. You can become a wealth of knowledge. And then one day you'll turn around and you probably invite me on your show. You'll turn around and you will become that mentor to somebody else. I hope I said something to help you on today. That was my intent. And if I did, I need you to like and share this video. Put the comment below. Let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if what I said was helpful to you. And even if you have something that you would like for me to discuss, put it in the comments. Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. If I don't know, guess what? I'm going to research and I'm going to find out the best answer for you. Love y'all. Peace.